Hey guys, popping on for phase 3 of the black salve that I'm making. So I've got my crock pot here. I dumped out everything and strained this, and what I have left is the oils. And I kept everything that I strained and threw it in the freezer to save for a salve that I'll do next, just because there's still a lot of goodness in that material, and I will reuse that in my next salve as a base. And let's see here. I was just going to show you. So this is the color of it right now. Let's see if you can see. It's kind of like a goldish color, dark goldish right now. So that's all strained, and I forgot a few things last time. One thing that I do is, through the course of the first couple batches being done, the first couple steps, I raise my heat and lower my heat every 12 hours. So that's another thing. I'm trying to think of the things that I do, because I'm not used to explaining them. I usually just do them, and there's actually more involved when you actually sit and write it down. And I didn't write my recipe out yet because as I'm making things, I'm sometimes called to add other things. And so to this, I added also comfrey leaf, and I've had some rose hips brewing and some castor oil, so I added a half a pint of that. And I also added cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper is actually amazing. Do some research on it. It's one of those things, there's so many things to remember, but anything that you add cayenne pepper to, any herb, it just enhances the power of it. So look up cayenne pepper and use it often. I keep it in my purse, like I said before. So this time we are going to beeswax too. That's another thing I didn't mention last time. Today we're going to add our activated charcoal, and this is cooled off right at the moment. We're going to add bentonite clay. We're going to add beeswax. We're going to add pine sap, and we're going to add some usnea tincture that I have with a little bit of alcohol to cut through all the cellular structures of everything and to get the benefit out of the chaga. So you want to use a wooden spoon for this. So I'm pretty much just going to dump everything in there. I've got my pine sap. That's going in. And then I've got my beeswax. I use little, I have different kinds, but I like the little chips when I'm doing this, so that's what I'm putting in there. And about a half a pint of that is what I had. And bentonite clay. I got a little under half a cup of bentonite clay. That's going in. Just be careful when you're doing the powdery stuff. I just kind of plop it on there a little bit. And then activated charcoal. I got a little bit over a half of a pint. Half of a pint. So this, just be really careful with this because it's activated charcoal and it makes a mess, as you can imagine. So I slowly just layer it on the top of this. I've had many accidents with that in the past, so I'm just going to slowly stir it. And I just wanted to say, so this is black drawing salve, my version of it. If you go online and research black salve, you'll probably come across all kind of propaganda. Some of the indigenous recipes used bloodroot and a couple things that weren't actually good, and they try to play on that as far as propaganda goes. But also, I'm not a witch, I'm not Wiccan, I am me. And I love the earth, and I love nature, and I love tapping into everything and utilizing all the ancient remedies that our grandparents did. So, you know, everybody likes to assume different things, but Just because I follow astrology and astronomy and everything else doesn't mean that I have certain views. I have my own views. I like to do critical thinking. So, this is stirring up. I'm going to actually heat this up now, and this is going to go warm. Just warm, not hot, just warm to be able to heat up my pine sap and get my wax and everything in there. I'll warm it for 12 hours, cool it for 12 hours for the next 3 days, and then it'll be ready on the winter solstice. And what else did I want to say? Okay, so at that time, after I'm done doing that, that is when I will add a dropper full of my usnea tincture. Because I'm not going to be heating up and, you know, bringing that down. This is the last thing that I'm going to put in here. So, that's pretty much it. Now, you know, I'll do another video when I get these done, but the last step is going to be for me to just pour these right into their bottles and they'll be ready. But the next 3 days is like a slow cure, and that's an important part of the process for me too. So, I hope you enjoyed all the info, guys, and definitely look up Black Salve, and have a good night. We'll see you soon.